As a feminine woman, you will trigger and upset masculine women so much. If you've ever been around a masculine woman, typically women like this are women who are very like abrasive, angry, like they don't know how to sort through their emotions. They don't know how to talk in love. They just don't have that softness and that vulnerability that feminine women have. Masculine women, they really pride themselves on being able to do everything themselves. They're very big on like, I'm an independent woman, like everything's about them being independent. There's nothing wrong with needing people. There's nothing wrong with like everything in your life isn't about you being independent. There's also nothing wrong with you being self-reliant and self-sufficient. We all need those skills as well. However, it's very important as a woman for you to know that it's okay to need help. It's okay for you to be able to rest in your receptivity and receive from others. And masculine women, they don't like feminine women for so many reasons. And this is one of the main reasons why. Masculine women are constantly fighting the entire world because they don't feel safe in their own bodies and they don't feel like they can be who they are. They feel like they can never really just let down their armor, you know? And obviously that is something that points to the fact that these women need healing. But a lot of these women, instead, they would just spend their entire lives acting like men. Really, honestly, like what I've peeped from masculine women, like women who are just extremely masculine. And let me be very, very clear about this. So like, a lot of times people hear masculine women and they think like a woman that's all like big and like, I don't know, like a woman that just act like a dude and like, you know, just not like, you just not feminine in how you move and how you talk and how you carry yourself. It's not just about that, because a lot of women are very great at surface level femininity. They will have their hair laid, you know, child to the nines. Their makeup is super cute and beat all the time. Like they have the latest fashions. Oh, they know how to dress it up in florals, but they are really like manly. Like they're really just like everything they do is just so like harsh and is so just like against their natural nature as a woman and who God has created them to be. When you're a feminine woman, like there's so many things that you just don't do. Like there's so many things that you just don't worry about. And like being masculine is just proof that you're really wounded as a woman. Like a lot of masculine women, they actually wish they were men. They at some point in life internalize this idea that if they would have just been born a man, then life wouldn't have been as hard. And as a woman, I can honestly say that being a woman has its challenges and it comes with certain things, especially when you're a beautiful woman and let's say you fit conventional beauty standards, or people just naturally always assume that everyone is nice to you or that you have pretty privilege and like life has just been easier for you just because you're pretty, as if being pretty gives you everything in life when it really doesn't. Just because someone is pretty doesn't mean that there's a red carpet rolled out everywhere that you go. It doesn't work like that. And a lot of times when you're pretty, you go through a lot of traumatic things that like the average woman doesn't go through. Like I know life isn't like the fairy tales, but one thing that fairy tales did get right is like every time you would see a princess in a movie, it didn't matter if it was Snow White, Rapunzel, like all these women were being targeted and had envious women coming for them. Like they had people who wanted to destroy them and take them off this earth and unalive them. Okay, like that is a part of sometimes being pretty. People will come at you hard. And it shouldn't have to be that way. And that shouldn't have to be so many pretty women's experience. But when people can't defeat you, they will literally remove you from this earth. When they feel like they can't compete with your essence or your presence or who you are, oh baby, they cannot stand that. And masculine women who don't know how to rest in their femininity and receptivity, that's something that I always notice, like, especially when you see these fairy tale movies or just in general, y'all, in real life. Like when you hear these horror stories of girls that have been targeted by friends that they go on a girls trip with, or people who talk about like how draining it was to be in a relationship with a friend, in a friendship with a woman, right? And have a friendship relationship with a woman that is just really like, let me tell y'all something. So like women who don't take accountability and who are just really angry at the world, they will always make you feel like you're responsible for anything that goes wrong in their life. And they just don't know how to just woman up and say, you know what, I am old enough to be able to look at my life and change what I don't like. A lot of women are not like that. And so like, they just do the most, y'all. Like, and they just want to be one of the dudes. And that's why they have that pick me mentality. And they just love to pine for like male validation. They love to like look for men to always look at them, and they always just want like the male gaze on them. They hate women who have to do nothing and men just naturally look at them or pay attention to them. And it's not even because those women are looking for it. The thing is, like, what masculine women don't understand is like when you rest in your femininity, you're almost aloof to the idea that other people are paying attention to you. You're not paying attention to it because you're focused on you. And that's what draws a man, a masculine man, to a feminine woman, is the fact that you don't have to sit there and, you know, accept the scraps or be like, hey, look, it's me. Look what I'm wearing. Look what I'm doing. Like, no, like, men like women who are confident and who are comfortable in their own skin. And honestly, I feel like women could just benefit so much from the idea to stop caring about what men want. Like, what do you want as a woman? How do you see yourself? Like, I've never seen women who are more insecure and miserable than women who do everything for male validation. When you like yourself and when you're beautiful inside and out as a woman, you are focused on you. You are focused on yourself. You don't care about what a man is doing. You don't care about what a man is talking about. You don't care about these men like that. Like, it don't matter to you. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of times too, that's why women who have this mentality, they end up getting married. They end up having certain things in their life. I'm not saying that's always a black and white situation where it's always all one way or another, but there's just certain things that I notice, especially as a married woman, that I realize like a lot of women who are not married, don't want marriage, or prefer to just stay single, but always complain about the fact there's no good men. Like, there's just certain things like we don't think a certain way about. You know, a lot of people, it's like you want to pick the worst man in the world and then you want to complain about why he's not good to you. It's how you pick them too, you know? It's how you pick the things in your life. Let's go ahead and let's move on from the men thing, like just in general. Like, masculine women, they don't know how to forgive themselves. They don't know how to be soft towards themselves. They don't know how to just be nice to themselves. Like, at some point in life, you have to stop and say, man, maybe I don't need to look for another relationship. I don't need more friends. I don't need to be working like a workaholic. I don't need to find a man who loves me. I just need to learn me. I just need to sit with me. I always know when a woman is healing when they say, nope, I know that my picker is not good. I need to focus on myself. I need to heal. I need to get myself together. That is a woman who's en route to what God has for her. Whether it is a romantic relationship, whether it is a breakthrough in their life, a career that they're after, whatever it is, the purpose on their life, like, God could work with that. God could work with a humble, malleable spirit, with a person that says, no, I have issues with submission. I have issues, first and foremost, submitting to God. And that's why I can never have anything good in my life. Or the things that I do, I will pull a lot of strings, but eventually those strings will start to unravel because I'm not resting in who God has called me to be. I'm not resting in my identity. And let me tell you something. When you really, really embrace your identity as a woman, this is why the devil attacks people's identity so much. Because when you really understand what it means to be feminine, when you really understand what it means to be a woman for real, like, there is nothing that will bring you more peace and more satisfaction. And you'll just have this air to you, this way to you. Like, a lot of feminine women see that in other women, and then they also experience from women who don't have it, jealousy or envy, because it's like you just be floating on a cloud, right? And then they come around and they the dark cloud raining on everybody's parade. Like, you really have to look within. You have to pay attention to what you meditate and what you say all day, because like the word says, the mouth speaks from the abundance of the heart. So whatever's in your heart, that's what's always going to be coming out of your mouth. Whatever you declare with your mouth is what's going to be established. You need to speak life. A lot of people don't understand it's really life and death in the power of the tongue. And you got to really work on how you speak and what you talk about and what you tolerate. It's not just performative. You have to live it. A lot of people talk it, but they not about it. They don't act it. So you got to really act who you are. You got to really live it in full. And when you do that, you're going to have your breakthrough. Trust me. If you love this video, make sure you thumbs this video up, drop me a comment below, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, Heiresses.